My journey with Minopex started in the year 2000. I was interviewed for a position as a technical metallurgist at the Krondal plant in Rustenburg. During that period, Minopex was a very small company. We only had about 3 operations, and this was the biggest platinum concentrator that we operated compared to the coal plants. And it was a very different Minopex than we know it now. Majority of the staffing was experienced people with 30, 40 years of age and a lot of experience behind the belt. I was a young metallurgist and probably the first technical metallurgist that joined the company. So something that was different. It was out of my usual operating kind of way, coming from a big company like Impala. I joined in the first day I started. I was pushed in the deep end as a production personnel, which I didn't know I was getting involved in. So I was sent to shift this first day. And then I realized this company is really hands-on. It wasn't a technical company where I came from, so I had to adapt very, very quickly. And so my journey started. And the best part of those journeys were that I worked with the people on the floor. And those are really fond memories, going through a night shift with the employees, seeing what they do, and guiding them, and making some mistakes on the way. But I learned. Slowly as I progressed through my career, I was moved into, as part of management, which was as a metallurgist. And we slowly operated the second plant where we commissioned the Marikana plant. So I was the senior metallurgist involved in both plants. And it was different scope for me, guiding an entire team. Coming from an Impala, we had an empire of metallurgists, and I was one. So I felt valued compared to the big companies, because here, whatever you do, you're seeing, and people are appreciating. I was very young, so it was very difficult to become a manager, because every manager or every process soup was 40 years of age. So there was a very big debate whether I should become, and I was the youngest process soup, and eventually became a manager of the Marikana operation as my first really big management role. I was given the most technical plant, most difficult plant, and I had the best team. Minopex culture is all about team. If you look after your team, it takes you a long way. So slowly progressing through that career, became an area manager, director, and where I am now as EVP role. But if I go back and I think about this career, the most fond memories of that career I had was really my role as plant manager at my Marikana plant operation. It was the only site that had 8 years without any injury, scratch-free. So that was a high accolade that I really contributed to that team. It wasn't me. That team really gelled together and we achieved these things. I still remember where a team comes together in the middle of the night. We flooded an entire tunnel, and I get a call in the early parts of the morning, and I just didn't know what to tell a client. But before I arrived there, my whole team was there. Right, my team was there really executing. We've got cranes moving. So, and I look back and I say, listen, this is a team. I don't have to tell them, I don't have to pick up the phone, they were there. And our relationships with our clients were such that we were open, transparent. Sat down the next morning and I sat in front of the client and said, shucks, you know what, we messed up. And he appreciated that honesty, and he said, don't worry, you just continue and we'll fix it. And within a day, within 12 hours, we had that plant going. And I don't think any team till today can do those things. We took care of our own. So we really, we worked really hard. I was known to be a very hard manager in my days, but we played hard also. So we really had fun. We had many social events. We really played together, but we knew each other's families. And I think that if I go back and think about, would I have joined Minopex and would I have stayed this long with Minopex if it wasn't for that? No. If you work with Minopex, you would know this, and if you work with DRA, you would know that, is that As much as attached to the company, you attach to the family culture. And that's what has made me loyal to this company till this day, that I value the company culture and the culture of values, which I think is very important that we live to it.